welcome to my kitchen. So a few days ago, I posted my bread that I did. It was a buckwheat gluten-free bread. It really has only 3 ingredients if you count water and salt as an ingredient. And I wanted to show you how I made this bread. It's super easy, but there are a few steps involved, which if you don't get a visual, I'm a very visual person. So if somebody writes a recipe, I have a hard time following it because my mind goes all over the place. So I thought it would be easier to just do a visual of what I do. But I'm going to have to break it down because there's time that goes between the steps. The first step is you want to have a container. It could be really any container, but I already start with my bread bowl here. The buckwheat groats, organic whole grain. Buckwheat, even though he has the word wheat in it, doesn't actually contain wheat. And it's not even grain, I don't think. I think it's more like a seed, and it's very nutritious. It has, in one serving, it has 5 grams of protein. It has a lot of carbohydrates, which this type of carbohydrates actually helps you to balance your blood sugar, believe it or not. So per 1 serving, and I usually get 10 servings out of this because I have like 1 slice a day. I really love it. There's 150 grams of calories, which is usually typical slice of bread, I think, but this is much more denser bread, so it's very filling. So anyway, I wouldn't start with flour. I think you could start with flour, but I don't. I just blend it once it's soaked, once it's soft. And you want to have a really good buckwheat. I found that the Eden kind, the buckwheat from Eden company, works for me. I've tried it with other things and it's not as good. So I would just really recommend this brand. And it's like $5.49 at Whole Foods, which I think is still pretty reasonable. So you just put it into your bowl, and all you need is you just need to cover it pretty well with water. So basically what you're doing is rinsing it and soaking it. So I put a lot of water in there. I usually just pretty much fill it, even though the buckwheat's still on the bottom. You want to have a lot of water in there because the groats are going to swell up. So there's going to be very little water on top, but you don't want it to dry up. So you want it to be really covered. And you might want to mix it up. So this is really the first step. You're going to let it, I usually start like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which it is right now, and let the soaking process happen for like 6 hours, so till like 8 o'clock at night. I am back in my dark kitchen now, and it's 8 o'clock. So I wanted to show you this step, which is really easy. I already rinsed my groats and put them in the blender, high-speed blender. So I added about a cup of clean water, and I put some sea salt in, maybe about 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. It is mixed nice and smooth. I think last time I added water, I added a little bit too much and it was a little bit more runny. I didn't know if it affected the texture of it. So I've decided to just kind of watch it today and not put too much water in it. So it's just a little thicker batter, and I have a different bowl here, so I'm just going to pour it in here. I just wanted to show you the thickness of the batter basically. And then I'm going to cover it with a towel, and I'm going to let it sit for overnight. So I just wanted to show you my dough. It has risen up. I didn't show you last night when I poured it in how low it was, but it has risen up, and you can see the bubbles here. That means, you know, it's working. Not too many, but there are some. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour it into my baking dish. So I got my spatula here, and I'm going to try not to make too much mess. I'm just going to pour it in here. So I'm still learning this process, you know, what makes it work better and what not. So that's why I'm doing all these experiments. And maybe I'm going to come up with something else as well. And I've watched quite a bit of videos. Nothing was as specific as what I needed to do. A lot of them started with flour, and I just find that the flour just wasn't working as well as the grain. So this is it. And I'm just going to cover it again. So I'm just going to let it sit for another 2 hours or so till it rises. And I'm going to show you. Last night I have taken my bread out of the oven, and I took it out of my baking bowl, a container, because I wanted to let it cool, but I didn't want it to sit in the container because it collects moisture underneath it and it would be kind of soaking in it all night. And this is the best part, when you get to slice into it and see what it is. So obviously I haven't done that yet, so I'm going to do this now. This is the inside, you see. Yeah, and it smells good too. It's very nourishing and I just love it. So I hope you give it a try. Thank you for watching.